All right, so we are off to pick up build and giveaway number 7. So we're heading all the way down to Orlando to go pick it up. Got the brand new U-Haul trailer, which are awesome. These new trailers are better for loading up lowered cars because this one's pretty cool. It runs and drives. It already has quite a bit of work done to it, and it's pretty unique. So I'm super excited to, get there, unveil this new build with all of you.
I can't wait. This one's gonna surprise everybody. Like when Brandon showed me this one, I was like, wow, that really was not what I envisioned at all. And I'm really excited.
But it is a car that a lot of you have been asking us to build. We're about an hour and a half away, so we'll give you all a quick little first look once we arrive. But yeah, hopefully it checks out, and if it does, we'll be bringing it back to the shop and getting started on this thing. So let's go check it out.
Got it loaded up, ready to start the drive back. How do you feel about it?
Good. I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Oh, it's awesome.
All right, so we got the brake off. We're heading home. We've got a 2-hour and 7-minute drive back. We were about to get hit with the rainstorm, so we didn't really do much of a walk around, but we will save that for once we get this thing dropped off at the shop. So we will head home, get this thing unloaded, and then we'll give you all a full little tour and walk around. But this thing, I don't know if you can hear it. It's got some pretty cool goodies on it. So I'm excited for this. This is gonna be awesome. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, and here we are. So we got this thing back over at the shop. So now we can go ahead and give you all a little walk around, kind of show you everything about this car, everything that came with it, everything that it's gonna need, because yeah, it's gonna be such a fun project. Hope y'all are just as excited as I am. You know, these Magnums, I really didn't love a whole lot at first. I didn't really love the shape, but the more I've kind of seen them, the more I have kind of grown to like the body style a little bit more. And I think especially with the Chrysler 300 front end, it looks awesome. And this is something I really want all of your guys' input on. I like the Chrysler 300 front end, but you know, the cool thing about these is you can really do a front end of any Mopar. I've seen them done with Challenger front ends, even the newest Charger front ends as well. So I think the Chrysler front end does look awesome. Maybe you should get some new headlights, a new grille, do a little bit of bumper work on it. So let me know down below what kind of front end you want to see on this thing, because that's going to be one of our projects. Let's come take a look inside. We'll start with this. Door card looks super good. It does have Chrysler 300 front seats with a perfect color match. I believe, let me unlock it. That's awesome. All of the locks work, all the windows work. So that is a huge plus. Oh, I think I pressed lock. So let's try unlock. There we go. So I believe these are the Magnum rear seats. So really cool that they are the same color as the newer Chrysler ones. I will probably end up going through and installing some new seats though. I don't know, maybe we could dye these ones. They look like they're in pretty good shape. You know, they're just pretty dirty. So we'll give them a good clean, see how we can get them looking, but I really do want to go through and kind of just do a full build. So full interior, seat swap, full exterior. So you can see up here, most of this is taken apart. So everything does work, headlights work. We've got our hood latch up here, and it's actually got a Chrysler 300 cluster. It does have a Chrysler 300 PCM with the ignition, and you can see it's even got the Chrysler 300 steering wheel. So it's got 2 keys. I will go ahead and go through and get some new ones programmed. This one is to unlock the car, and then this key is the ignition key that was out of the 300. So kind of interesting. We are gonna need to do some dash work. You can see that this is kind of lifting up. So really we're gonna have to go through and redo this entire thing, which makes me think it might be fun to do a project we haven't done before and swap over the entire dash with a newer one. So let us know down below if that's something you'd like to see. It does have 194,000 miles on the body, but it's got a newer Crate 5.7 motor and transmission. You know, the body's in pretty good shape. Well, I say that as we go over and look at this. We're gonna have to go through and sand the entire car and you know, either wrap it or possibly paint it. I have been wanting to try to get into car painting. You know, it's something I've never done, and so I don't know how it turned out, but you know, everyone's got to learn somewhere. So let us know if you want to see this thing painted. I think that would be really cool to start, you know, painting these cars. But yeah, just your normal little controls, window controls, lock and unlock, mirror controls. And then up here, this stuff's all in pretty good shape. It does have heated seats, which is cool. And I know it might look a little scary like this, but we actually do have all of these parts. So we'll go through, and once we get to the trunk, you'll see how many parts this thing came with. So in here, we've got a Diablo Sport tuner. I'm not even entirely sure what this is. I think this is the original ignition that was on the car. And then it looks like we just got a few other little things. So it looks like we got just a ton of little random miscellaneous stuff. I'll have to have Rob and Tyler come over and kind of help point me into the direction of what all of this stuff is. But I love extra parts. Down here, it looks like we've got some fuses and just a few clips. There's one of the manifold gaskets. And let's see. Oh, take a look at this. We've got, I believe, the original window sticker. And we do have the booklet, which is awesome. 2005 Magnum RT. Total price, $34,500. This was back in 2005, so this thing still was a pretty penny. 5.7 liter V8, 5-speed transmission. And it looks like it's got a lot of options, which is really cool. Power sunroof. I didn't even realize that. Sweet. Yeah, so it does have a sunroof. We'll see if that works here in a second. But yeah, this is super cool to see. I love these things. All right, so now if we come take a look at the back, we've got part of that cover. It was cool. He did go through and he mounted up a button to open the trunk. So I guess that these Magnums do not have a power tailgate or trunk, whatever you want to call it. So he went through and added that. Looks like we've got an old Apple. Don't know how long that's been in there. And so for this, I just plug this guy in. It's a 2-person system right now. So I'll press the button and you'll have to go open the trunk.
Okay.
So.
One more. There we go. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. There's all kinds of stuff. Oh, he gave us bags. Huh.
So we'll just kind of go through. We got the engine cover.
It's always nice to have.
Wow. Looks like this is the original. This is probably the Magnum dash
I think
cluster.
so, yes.
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 There it is.
Yeah.
I really want to start trying to rebuild clusters, like doing
They're not
custom
too bad
colored
to
ones.
do, yeah.
This might be a fun one to
Yeah,
experiment
you already
on.
got it. Yeah. It's already off.
Yes, it came with
there.
coilovers and bags. Looks like this is a transmission filter, most likely. It's got some wheel speed sensors. That was one of the things he was saying it needs.
Those are
but
brand
they
new.
They came with the car.
Nice. Love that. When it has problems, but it comes with the parts to fix them.
I know.
That's like the best deal.
Nice. We do have the tonneau, or however you say it,
cool.
cover. I
Yeah.
love that.
This is like a pull-out slide, I think, but...
I
or yeah,
feel-
tonneau? Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever, maybe.
I feel like a kid on Christmas right now.
Dude, yeah. Look, you got some long tubes. You
I
didn't even
know.
have to buy them for the cheap. No, I'm kidding. We just had to buy a whole nother car. Doesn't this thing has shorties on it now?
Yep.
Right?
So we'll get to that.
Okay.
So we'll get to what it's currently got, but yeah, did come with the set of some long tubes. And then I guess right now we probably don't have to go through all of this. ECU, PCM.
Yes.
So then just a ton of miscellaneous stuff. There's another fan, some suspension components. Wow. I would love to get a
sport-based.
Magnum shop car. So this is, once again, build and giveaway number 7. So we'll be building this car up and it will be going home to one of you. But I kind of do want to build another Magnum and kind of just have it as a shop car, because this
basically a
trunk
truck.
is huge. It is. Look at
Worst
how
comes
much
to worst,
space.
if you needed to, you could take this hatch off and it literally it
You could
goes
put an engine
straight
in
in. Yeah, like you could just line up an engine hoist and drop her down.
Wow.
I mean, your interior might not like it, and it'll probably sit like that,
Yeah.
but that's cool.
Actually, we got a second unit. So the one right next to ours, we just got that one as well, so we can start doing more builds, maybe start doing some customer and subscriber builds. So let us know if you'd ever want your car rebuilt. As soon as we get access to that unit, which should be within a few days, we'll pull this thing in there and start working on it.
I had to dodge that.
Oh, really? Sorry.
On the camera, it was just like in 3D.
My bad.
You're good, dude. Yeah, I do like all the extra parts.
I know.
It's really nice.
I'll take them. He
Yeah.
was like, I've got a bunch of extra parts. Do you want them? I'm like, yes.
I'll take everything.
I will take everything you've got.
Anything you want to give away for free, I shall take.
I've got the original exhaust that's already in the other unit right now. So we've got pretty much all of the original stuff plus a lot of extras.
It all just kind of fits.
Now let's
Yeah.
see if we can get this thing to close.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. So before we pop the hood, let's kind of go over the wheel setup. So it is running some spacers right now. These are Toyo tires. What size? 295 40 20, and that's squared. So we've got 295s up front and on the rear. So we've currently got a squared setup on here. It is on some Bilstein shocks with some springs. So currently running some lowering springs, Chrysler 300 fender, hood, front bumper clearly. He did roll these fenders, so if you can see that, These fenders are rolled. I love the stance too. I like how, you know, we have a tiny bit of poke with those tires. This thing just looks so meaty. You know, it looks like how a muscle car should look in my opinion. We don't have the rear wiper. I might end up doing the rear wiper delete on this.
So this is pretty sweet because they're just completely brushed steel. There's no paint, no nothing. Like, it's pretty neat.
It actually does look really cool. I like that.
Honestly, throw a nice shiny clear coat on them.
Yeah, that would
Dude,
be
these
sweet.
things would shine, and it'd just be straight metal.
And then take a look up under here at the exhaust.
Oh,
So you can see
neat.
he's got mufflers and they actually end right there.
Yeah, that's pretty old school, pre-axle dump. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They'll put it right before the axle.
That's pretty cool. I love how this thing sounds. Sounds like we might have a small exhaust leak, but it sounds great. You can see there are those springs and the shock.
Adjustable upper control arms too.
It's got adjustable upper control arms.
Yeah, we could stance this thing if we wanted to.
All right, so now let's pop the hood and see what we've got up under there. You can see we've got a bunch of lights and stuff unplugged. So it'll be fun going through and kind of just tidying this entire thing up. Oh, you want to help me with that one? We'll have to figure out those hood struts.
Oh, it's just a quick run to the parts store.
Here it is, 5.7 liter V8. And like I said, a lot of this has been rebuilt not too long ago.
Yeah, it's clean.
And it looks like it. Yeah, it's super clean. Crazy seeing the pre-Eagles with all of these.
All those plug wires.
Yeah.
Brings me back.
Oh, look, Rob. Orange block.
Orange
6'1".
block. Oh, it's a 6'1" block. Wow.
The
it has to
OGs
be.
remember Rob.
Yeah.
Back that was on our Challenger video.
Yeah. I think, yeah, that was a Challenger. See, this goes to show it doesn't have to be a 6'1" block for someone to paint it orange. Someone can just paint it orange.
But yeah, it is super clean up here. Like, look at all these parts. Alternator.
It's been fully redone. I mean, it looks great.
We got an aluminum radiator. AC condensers, fairly new it looks like.
The guy did a pretty good job. I mean, all we'll have to do is really just make her pretty and clean it up.
Button down the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
It runs good. It does need a tune, but we actually have our tuner, Cena, coming this week. So our next video will be him tuning it, and then, you know, we'll see really what this thing is capable of. So in today's video, we'll just kind of clean it all up, get all those parts out, and then our next video, we'll get this thing tuned, and we can really take this thing out on the road and see how it drives, because it feels powerful, but it does have a cam in there. I have the paper somewhere. I don't know off the top of my head exactly what kind it is, but it's got an aftermarket cam. It's got JBA Shorty headers.
Those are cool. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people using that brand.
We still have the cats, which is cool. So we got the
nice.
Shorty headers. We still have the original cats, but yeah, this thing is super clean. Looks like right now we just have water for the
yeah, hey, it washes the windshield.
Hey, I mean, we're in Florida, so
Yeah.
it's not like it really ever freezes here.
Right.
Oh, take a look at this. These headlights are brand new.
Minty.
They still have the
Oh my
the
goodness,
wrap
don't
on
do
them.
it. Don't do it. Not yet.
I am excited for this thing.
Yeah, this thing is sweet, dude.
So what do you think we should do first? Oil change?
Probably, yeah. Oil change. Honestly, do a full service just so we know exactly what kind of mileage we're working with on a service change. Unless we find something that maybe
Does he have a
say-
sticker?
Yeah.
No sticker up
I
there.
don't see none.
So
Typically, you know, if he's a mechanic, he knows,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, we could probably ask him, but it's just best to just, you know,
just
make
do
sure.
it. Yeah, that's one of those things I like to do immediately, just for my peace of mind.
Right, and it's fairly cheap, you know, and at the end of the day, in the long run, it's helping you, you know, keep the engine alive.
Totally. Are these aluminum valve covers?
Yes, they are.
That's
aluminum.
Yeah, it looks awesome up here. It is so clean. Like $3,000. I see 5.7s for sale on Marketplace for $3,000.
Right. This
So we
is a good
basically
pick.
bought a 5.7, and our 5.7 came with the car.
Right.
All right, so next steps what we'll do is we'll get this thing pulled into the shop. We will take all of the parts out, give it a super good interior detail, and then we'll just start kind of tackling some of the maintenance. Sounds good. All right, so now that we got this thing pulled into the shop, we're just gonna go through, do a quick interior detail, get all of these parts out of here. Is really excited to see how this thing is going to clean up. All right, my friends, and this right here is why you buy a Magnum. This is everything that was in the trunk, well, except for, you know, the floor mats. But take a look at everything that was stuffed into the trunk of this car. You can see it's huge. The height is crazy, and it's such a deep trunk. It's honestly crazy. And, you know, it's still really spacious with the legroom back here. So even with the seat all the way back, you still have a ton of legroom. Super comfortable seats, too. You can see we've got everything. Pretty crazy. And it's just so mind-blowing that all of this was right back there. So that is something super, super cool about these Magnums, is simply just the trunk space. So now that we have all of this stuff out of the car, we can go through and vacuum and kind of detail it. Now it looks like it has not been cleaned in quite some time, so we will hit it with the vacuum, detail it. It's one of my favorite things to do when we first buy one, because it really just makes such a big difference. You know, having a clean interior when you're building the car, driving it, really just makes such a big difference. And it was just really cool to lay out all of these parts and see exactly what we've got. So let's get this thing clean. All right, so we just got this thing cleaned up. Yeah, right now just wanted to do a quick detail so it feels a lot cleaner while, you know, we build it and while I drive it around, because I'm gonna start driving this thing as my daily for right now. By the time this video drops, this thing will be long gone. This was our $1,200 Dodge Charger flip up, and I'm actually selling this thing tomorrow. So this is what I've been using as my daily, and with that thing gone, I will start dailying this. So I'm super, super excited for that. For being a quick little detail, cleaned up pretty well. You know, the seats, there's really nothing I can do about that. A few of the stains did come out. Floor mats look pretty good. There are a few little holes like that. I am going to be getting some new floor mats that are like the full coverage ones, so that will all be covered eventually. Door cards turned out pretty good. And then, you know, everything else cleaned up. Dash going to be replaced, and probably all of this as well. Smells super good in here now. super spacious interior. And the trunk looks great. So I'm gonna have to go through, do a few more passes. There was like some rust that kind of sat in there. I did go ahead and add this cover back in. I love that. And now we are pretty much set with our little interior detail. I'm not even gonna bother washing the car because after we get this thing tuned in our next video, we're already gonna start the body work. So we're gonna sand the entire thing down, get going with the exterior transformation. That'll be one of the first things we do with this car. It definitely needs some love all around, but especially with the exterior. Pretty good looking car though. You know, I love those wheels. The fitment's great. It is really cool with the Chrysler front end. I am super, super excited with this pickup. So much potential, a lot of work that we can do with it. So that'll be a ton of fun. And, you know, just with what it is already, cammed, shorty headers, sweet wheels on some springs. So it's already a super, super cool car to begin with, but it's going to be insane by the time we're done with it. I've got some really cool ideas for it, but like I said, let me know down below what you want to see out of this build, because this is our giveaway number 7. So this thing will be going home to one of you. So I want to build it with you guys in mind as well. So drop down below any comments, any suggestions you have, anything you want to see out of this thing. So this is pretty much going to wrap it up for today's video. So I hope you all are excited for this pickup. I cannot wait to get going with this thing. Make sure to go get entered into the giveaway while the digital photos are $2. So every $5 you spend in physical merchandise will earn you 1 entry, but the digital photos are 1 for 1. So a single digital photo for $2 earns you an entry into this thing. So it's a really cool way for y'all to basically invest in the build, because, you know, right now it's definitely not the sharpest. So it gives you a chance to pick up your entries a little bit cheaper if you, you know, trust in the vision. And stay tuned for our next video. We're gonna get this thing tuned, get a bunch of driving clips. So thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and make sure those post notifications on so you do not miss any of our content with this thing. We'll catch you all next time.